Kitchen Finks. So Maine will gain 2 life. He'll go back up to 20, but Grafdigger's Cage is making things a little bit difficult here on Andrew. Michael will untap those 3 lands. He's going to start, I think, by plussing Liliana the Last Hope, but we'll see. He's got a Surgical Extraction in his hand, a couple of lands over there from McClure as well.
I believe another copy of Tarmogoyf.
A matchup, like I said earlier when we watched it, I think we're going to see this one quite a bit here this week, and these are 2 of the best decks.
Yeah, I like Abzan Company in absolute terms and also as a metagame call to try to fight Death Shadow a little bit.
Liliana the Last Hope's going to target Kitchen Finks, give it -2/-1. And Maine is thinking about sacrificing the Marsh Flats. He's got a copy of Fatal Push in hand. Looks like he will sacrifice the fetch land. Let's see what land Andrew wants to search up here. Perhaps Godless Shrine is what he's on the hunt for?
Would make sense.
Yeah, there it is.
With bunch of force in play.
Yeah, there's the white-black duel. Fatal Push going to take care of a Tarmogoyf. He'll take 3, of course, to do that. 1 from the fetch land, 2 from the Godless Shrine, entering the battlefield untapped. Andrew will shuffle, present, and then he'll be untapping here in just a moment with a Kitchen Finks, a Voice of Resurgence, of Birds, and 3 lands.
Really solid position here for Maine. It looks like he'll have the opportunity with that other Fatal Push to take care of Liliana the Last Hope. McClure's leftovers, just a Traverse and a Surgical Extraction, but right now the game's being determined on the table, not the graveyard.
Well, there's the other push. Take care of the Tarmogoyf. Remember, Kitchen Finks right now has 2 less power, but still means it has 1. Now, got to try to kill Liliana. That'll work too. Follow-up is going to be Anafenza, Kintry Spirit.
So just a really solid battlefield right now. Mana's online, a Horizon Canopy for another draw.
Can't really ask for too much more.
It's a good setup.
Yeah. I mean, Grafdigger's Cage is kind of annoying, but right now Andrew Maine's got the better board. Now, Bobble is where Michael McClure's going to start. He'll take a look at Andrew Maine's draw step. Next up is a land. It's Wooded Foothills. And now it's a Traverse. And I believe, I'm going to assume he has Delirium.
Yeah.
There's a creature
Planeswalker died.
Oh, yeah, Planeswalker died. Yeah, then it's for sure to get a Death Shadow here. Here is Death Shadow.
And keep in mind, now that he knows the top card of Maine's deck, if he's really worried about whatever that draw happens to be, he can just fire off the Surgical just to get a shuffle.
Maine will draw a card from losing the Horizon Canopy. Qasali Pride Mage the draw.
Any creature's really good here. I mean, it's a way to get the Grafdigger's Cage off the table if he cares about it. It's a trigger for Anafenza.
Yep, for the bolster.
It's a fine draw. Not one of the best ones, but totally serviceable here.
Bird's Paradise to pick up a +1/+1 counter.
Now, McClure at 12 with the ability to go to 9 through that Wooded Foothills.
Yeah, you got to keep your eyes open for any fetch lands that haven't been cracked yet when you're playing against Death Shadow. You just never know.
I mean, the safe way to do it is probably just attack with the bird. Get the Exalted trigger for your trouble. He can push a little bit harder with the Kitchen Finks also.
Well, here comes the Kitchen Finks. McClure will sacrifice a fetch land.
So imagine if McClure's doing this, that he's going to go ahead and alternate cast the Surgical Extraction to put himself at 7.
Well, from the fetch land, he's going to take 3 more, so he's going to fall down to 9. And Kitchen Finks is a
4/3 from the Exalted trigger from the Qasali Pride Mage.
Got it, okay.
Yeah, so I think McClure needs to do something with the Surgical right now.
Okay. Makes sense. Primate's a pretty good draw here.
Yeah. Chump blocker and exalted trigger gets the cage off the table if that comes up.
Here's the alternate cast from the surgical. See what Michael wants to go after.
I would imagine it's fatal push, but whatever.
Probably the best thing you can take.
I mean, maybe you want to take the bird as a hedge against the renegade rallier, but Maine can just get back to the canopy.
Sure.
So
I think he might even almost rather get back
might
the
prefer
canopy.
the canopy, right?
Yeah.
So I guess just get the fatal push. It makes the most sense. It's definitely bad news for McClure if Maine draws a fatal push. So that's a fine way to process that line.
Primate's going to take care of the cage. And now Finks will die, return, persist, get a -1/-1 counter, but more importantly, gain 2 life. But then
it's
the bolster.
Yeah, it's just a combo.
Yeah, which means it just comes back.
It's just a combo.
Gets to block for days.
And gain some life for his trouble too.
Yeah.
Could even pull himself out of Team or Battle Rage.
Battle Rage.
Battle Rage.
Battle Rage. Maine will draw. Could be time for some chip shots with that Bird of Paradise.
I mean, he can also just get into things for free like last time.
Yeah. Almost makes me want to get in with Voice of Resurgence too, because if that dies, it's not the end of the world. You get something left behind here too.
Well, the problem with attacking, I thought about that line too. The problem with attacking with everything except Anafenza is McClure can just go, I'm on 1.
Sure, Death Shadow's enormous.
Right. So I don't think that attack is viable.
He'll play a Voice of Resurgence pre-combat. Will Andrew bolster onto the Birds of Paradise, come in for 2.
And I like this attack a lot. It's a lot of blocking on the way back, and now McClure can probably just go untap, attack. Maine rather can go untap, attack you with everything.
Grab Trigger's cage. Didn't get a great look at what Maine drew, but you see the way he's lining up all the creatures here. Yeah, and he's attacking with everything.
Yeah, the last card in hand has to be a kill spell to survive, and then you're triggering the voice a million times.
Yeah. That's going to do that. Andrew Maine's going to win this match over Michael McClure. 2-0. Abzan Company going to take care of Death Shadow. And if you're perhaps looking for an alternative to Death Shadow and Modern, Abzan Company looks like a pretty good place to be.
I think it's a really good mixture in the matchup of mana acceleration, chump blocking, removal, flyers, cards with relevant text boxes. I think you need